Hi. Okay. Wanted to come on here really, really quick. I saw a video of her name is Cure Love Techniques. Okay. So she did a video and she did it on karmic relationships. Okay. So she broke it down, karmic relationships and what they are and what they consist of, and you know those relationships that have been the karmic ones. Okay. So I wanted to touch on that and just kind of, sorry, and just kind of break that down, because everybody perspective is very different, okay? So we all process things differently. We all understand things differently, okay? So a lot of times when it comes to karmic relationships, the karmic relationships are normally the relationships that is a reflection of who we are. And so your karmic relationships a lot of times are your most toxic relationships, okay? And a lot of the times the reason why we get in these karmic relationships will be because it's a reflection of something we need to see within ourselves, okay? And I always say we are what we attract, okay? So we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So a lot of times when we get in these karmic relationships, and what happens is that we are actually looking at a reflection of who we are, okay? And so a lot of the times when it comes to karmic relationships, they are normally probably your relationships that you will get in. Some people say it's your first relationship. I personally can't really say that because, like I say, everybody experiences different. But my karmic relationships has not been just one time. I've gotten in a couple karmic relationships, such as situations, because after one layer is peeled back from us, then it's always going to be another layer that we have to go ahead and deal with and heal from, okay? So you may meet somebody and get in a karmic relationship with somebody where it's just a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting, okay? And then you may begin to just end that karmic relationship and you start to heal, right? But then you may get in another karmic relationship where you may find that that relationship is you don't communicate at all, okay? Or it's like you're going in a different direction and they going in a different direction. It's like you may have a karmic relationship where you're very vocal in how you speak and how you communicate, okay? And then you have another person where they're not vocal at all, okay? And they don't really express themselves, okay? And then what happens is that becomes a problem in the relationship, okay? So everybody karmic relationship is different, but I just say that when it comes to karmic relationship, you have to always realize that it's always going to be another layer of us that God is going to reveal to us, okay? So God may allow us to get in one karmic relationship to reflect a certain area of who we are. And the reason why God will allow us to get in those karmic relationships, because I need you to see another reflection. I need you to see a mirror of yourself through another person, okay? Now, when we finally can see the mirror of who we are through another person and we start to heal that area, okay, then we're like an onion. God will strip another layer down from us and say, okay, I need to bring this person around you to see another mirror of yourself, of this area where you need to kind of heal or where you need to really do better in that area, So it's going to always be different layers to us as God is going to pull back to let us see a reflection of who we are. And that's just going to be through other people sometimes, okay? Or it can be through circumstances and situations, however it goes. But the topic of this is karmic relationships. So understand that if you're in a karmic relationship, if you have been in a karmic relationship, or if you're in the process of stepping into one, understand that it is just a mirror and a reflection of who you are. And the purpose of that karmic relationship is for you to learn a lesson for yourself. It's for you to see who you are It's for you to learn the lesson of what it is you have to do internally to work on yourself, so that you do not continue to keep attracting these type of relationships, so that you do not continue to keep attracting these type of people, okay? So that's what the karmic relationship is for. It's there to teach us who we are. It's there to let us see a mirror and a reflection of areas where we have been ignoring, where now we don't have a choice but to face those areas, because we have another physical human being encountering and showing us who we are, okay? So that's what the karmic relationships are for. They're there to teach us lessons. They're there to teach us who we are. They're there to teach us the hidden areas within us that we didn't never want to have to deal with or cope with. They're there to really teach us the areas where we have to learn and grow and do better. Those karmic relationships are there to teach us our lessons that we didn't learn with the other person. So if you find yourself keep going in and out of karmic relationships, okay? And if you find yourself always ending up in another karmic relationship, understand that probably the reason why you keep entering into these karmic relationships is because it's a lesson that you still have not learned yet. It's something that God and the universe is still trying to show you about yourself as a reflection, as a mirror, and you still have not learned it. Why have you not learned it? Only you know from your own personal experience and your own personal self. But those karmic relationships are just a reflection of who we are, to teach us lessons so that we can grow, become better, so that we can heal internally, so that the next relationship we get in, it will not be karmic, but it will be a divine partnership. It will be our soulmate. That's the purpose of karmic relationships. They're there to help us be a reflection of our own true self, so that we can heal, so that we can learn. So don't understand that. And a lot of times when people get in karmic relationships, they will start pointing the finger at the other person and say it's their fault, it's their fault. But no, we are what we attract. So what you attract is what you are, okay? So what you have to learn how to do sometimes, and sometimes it don't happen till you come out the karmic relationship. That's just the truth. So a lot of the times you won't get this until you physically come out of the karmic relationship and you done with it. And you will begin to sit back and you'll begin to really, really observe and understand that, okay, wow, this is why I had to be in a relationship with that person. Wow, this is why I had to go through what I went through with that person, because they are a reflection of me. So if I'm in a karmic relationship with a person that got a lot of anger, you know what I'm saying? Then that's a reflection of me. If I'm in a karmic relationship with somebody that's abusive, physically, verbally, or mentally, that's some reflection of me. So a lot of times we don't understand this until we get fully out of the karmic relationship and we start to realize that, wow, okay, let me take accountability for what I know I was a reflection of, and let me figure out how to heal. Because the next relationship, I don't want it to be karmic. I want it to be a divine partnership. So that was just a little touch of a lot of times what happens when we constantly in and out of these karmic relationships. And it's just really reflection. That's why I'm wearing a t-shirt. So it's really just the reflection of who we are. But once your reflection becomes greater, and once your reflection becomes more of growth and learning and healing, I promise you, you're going to begin to reflect a lot of beautiful people in your life. You're going to begin to reflect a lot of beautiful connections. And you even going to begin to reflect that great divine relationship that you're supposed to be in. All right. Love you.